What's going on, everybody? Justin here to do my Raw New Orleans review. Let me turn this heater off. If my voice sounds screwed up, well, it's because I'm sick. Got a sore throat, really stuffed up nose. I got a really bad cold, so I apologize. I don't sound like my normal self. I'm all stuffed up, can barely breathe through my nose, but I'm going to do this Raw New Orleans review anyways. I only want to do it really, well, because the main event, something shocking and something good actually happened, which I did not think it was going to happen, but it did, and I'm happy it did. Also, we had The Undertaker return and HBK Shawn Michaels return. So here we go with my Raw New Orleans poll results. Rate tonight's Raw New Orleans. So the categories were B-, C, D, F. So far, 27% gave it a B-, 36% gave it a C. The voting's all over the place. Nothing's over 40%. So again, 27% B-, 36% gave it a C. 12% gave it a D, and 25% said the Raw New Orleans was a F. I don't agree it was a F, but it wasn't that great of a show. What the hell is that on my cheek? I don't know, it's damn red. Anyways. I'm sorry if I cough, but it's because I'm sick. And I can't control it. So, the U.S. title is trending #1. Thank you, everybody, for voting on my Raw New Orleans poll. 27% B-, 36% gave it a C, 12% gave it a D, 25% gave it a F. Now to my Raw New Orleans review. Kicked off with Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon backstage talking. Stephanie was kind of threatening Mick Foley, saying, you're going to have your performance review from 2016. You're going to have that tonight. And what is this about The Undertaker showing up? She says, all I've heard was rumors. And then Mick Foley says to Stephanie, it is rumors. But he says, I'm pretty sure Undertaker will show up and be on Raw tonight. So then a brawl breaks out. Seth Rollins enters a segment, talks to Stephanie McFoley, and then a brawl breaks out because Braun Strowman interrupts and attacks Rollins, and Rollins and Strowman start fighting, going at it. Rollins, I believe, attacked Strowman first. So they're fighting in Stephanie's, whatever you want to call it, her locker room. They're fighting all over it, tearing it up. Stephanie didn't like that. She's pissed. And she yells at them, I think, go out to the ring, you two are going to have a match tonight, or something like that. So up next, the first match of the night was for the U.S. title. This was not the first U.S. title match of the night. We would have another one in the main event. Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, a great team, work very well together. They're very entertaining. Jericho, Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns for the U.S. title handicap match. Wearing this, supporting, just to go off topic a little, gotta support my team because what a hell of a win they had yesterday against the Giants in Lambeau Field. Everybody said the Giants' defense was great and awesome. Yes, one of their top defensive players, I forget his name, he got hurt real quick. So he was taken out of the entire game, basically injured. I believe he injured his hip or something like that. Doesn't matter. Giants had the best defense in the world. Aaron Rodgers, third quarter, fourth quarter, Rodgers was on fire and he was unstoppable. Nobody could stop how Aaron Rodgers was playing. I don't care if they were the best defense. I don't care if they were Atlanta Falcons defense, Cowboys defense, if Rodgers plays like that, if he plays that damn good again, no team's going to stop him going to the Super Bowl. Patriots are a different animal. Patriots, if the Patriots make the Super Bowl, and I think they will, they're my pick from the AFC to go to the Super Bowl. Patriots, Packers, Patriots are damn good on offense and defense. So, but I would pick the Packers against the Patriots because, again, if Aaron Rodgers plays out of his mind in the divisional round, they'll go on to the NFC Championship. Then if he plays out of his mind for at least 1 or 2 quarters out of his mind, so then the other offense would not be able to catch up and keep scoring. If Rodgers plays out of his mind for at least 2 quarters of the 4 quarters, no team in the divisional, no team in the NFC Championship is going to beat the Packers if Rodgers can play out of his mind for 2 quarters at least. So I expect my Packers to make it to the Super Bowl. Will they win? I don't have a clue. But if Rodgers is playing damn hot in the NFC Championship still, I would bet on the Packers to win the Super Bowl. Again, maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself, but I think the Packers can defeat the Cowboys and then defeat whoever's in the NFC Championship. I gotta have hope that my Packers can win in the playoffs. I do have a lot of hope because how Rodgers played in the 3rd and 4th quarter. If I had no hope, I wouldn't even bother watching the games. But they're my team. I'm going to support them 100%. Back to my Raw review. I apologize for talking about football, but I had to. So, it was Kevin Owens, Jericho against Reigns, U.S. title handicap match. It was interference happened. Braun Strowman came out, interfered. Right there, the match ends in, I believe, a DQ. So, the U.S. title match was over. Then Braun, as I said, he comes out, attacks Roman Reigns. So all 3 guys, Owens, Jericho, Strowman, are beating down Reigns. That was good to see. I enjoyed that. And out comes Seth Rollins. His music hits. He runs down the ring with a steel chair, uses a chair to scare them away. And then it's Rollins against Braun Strowman. Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman. They had a decent match. Ended pretty quickly in a double countout. And then we have Sasha Banks, my favorite woman in the company. Currently, my number 1 favorite is Sasha Banks. If you didn't know that already from how I act on Twitter. I'll never ever say a bad word about Sasha or Bayley or Natalya. Natalya follows me. I'll never say a bad word about Becky or Alexa. Or Charlotte. I'm a big fan of all those women I just named. So Sasha Banks, Bayley backstage, and then Charlotte and Nia Jax interrupt. They're backstage talking, and then they attack. Nia Jax attacks and takes out Sasha and Bayley. They're laid out backstage. So then we have a cruiserweight match. The first cruiserweight match of the night. Austin Aries again on commentary. That's awesome. Like to hear from Aries every week on Raw. It adds a lot to the cruiserweight match. Hearing from Austin Aries, a cruiserweight. Jack Gallagher against Drew Gulak. Decent match. Jack Gallagher wins, and the guy looked damn impressive. Up next, we had HBK, Shawn Michaels return. The Heartbreak Kid returned to Monday Night Raw. It's been a really long time since, I don't think Shawn Michaels has been on TV since WrestleMania 32. That was the last time he was on TV. So it's good to see Shawn back on Raw. One of the longest guys with the company. I believe he's still under contract. And Shawn Michaels has been with the company since '88. And then Undertaker's the second longest employee, I believe. Or wrestler employee. I don't know if he's still paid, but I think Howard Finkel former announcer, ring announcer. I think Howard Finkel might still be employed, might still get a paycheck, might work in the offices in Stanford. I don't know if he does. But Howard Finkel was the first employee of WWF that Vince hired when he took over for his dad in '83. So, good. HBK comes out, cuts a promo about the Royal Rumble being in his hometown, how 20 years ago he won the championship at the Royal Rumble in San Antonio in the Alamo Dome 20 years ago. And he says, some of you weren't even born. That's very true. I was born, and I watched the pay-per-view live. And I was damn happy that Shawn Michaels won the championship, because in 96 and 97, Shawn Michaels was my number one favorite wrestler. I was a huge Shawn Michaels fan. So then Shawn cuts promo a little bit about Royal Rumble. And then he brings up the movie he's in, the WWE Films movies, and you know he's going to bring it up. He had to bring it up, and that's why he's there, basically, to promote it. And then out comes Rusev. Rusev music hits, and I was pretty surprised, and I was pretty interested what is going to happen now. So Rusev talks on the mic for a little bit and said, you should have put Lana, my wife, in your movie. Way more people would want to watch it if Lana was in it. And I agree with that. I would definitely watch it if she was in it. I believe Lana has been in a WWE Films movie with, I think, Edge. I think she played a cop in it. I forget the name of it, but she has been in a WWE Films movie. I forget the name, but I got to see that movie because Lana is damn hot. And I don't care how bad the movie is. I'll watch it if Lana's in it. I got to get that movie, whatever the name of it is. I think it's Interrogation or something like that. And I believe Edge is also in it. So Rusev is pissed because Lana wasn't in the new movie. And then HBK starts ripping on Rusev, makes fun of him a little bit. That's good stuff. And then out comes, and by the way, Jinder Mahal was with Rusev again for some reason. At least the guy's getting TV time because they're paying him. Out comes Enzo Amore and Cash. That was awesome. They went back and forth on the mic. Cash kept naming movies, what the three of them could be in. That was damn good stuff. That was entertaining. He was pointing at Lana saying, the good, Rusev the bad, Jinder Mahal the ugly, or Rusev the ugly, he might call him. And he pointed at Lana, said, Beauty and the Beast. Just, he kept naming movies. It was good stuff. It was entertaining. Enzo Amore was damn entertaining on the mic. And then Shawn Michaels even threw out a line and said, I got one, Dumb and Dumber. That was pretty funny also. So Shawn Michaels, it was good to see him on Raw. The guy's one of my favorites of all time. And it was just good to see him back on Monday Night Raw. He probably won't be seen again until maybe a week before WrestleMania. Maybe Shawn will appear to promote WrestleMania. I don't know. But it's good to see Shawn work with Enzo and Cash. That was cool. Then they had a match. It was Big Cass against Jinder Mahal. And Shawn Michaels was on the outside. Lana and Rusev were on the outside for Jinder Mahal. Shawn Michaels would end up super kicking Jinder Mahal. And Big Cass wins because of that. So it was a good segment. And before the match started, Shawn Michaels said, I got 2 words for all of you, or the 3 of them in the ring. I got 2 words for you. Of course, you know what the crowd yelled. They yelled, suck it. Because that's what you got to yell. When somebody from DX says, I got 2 words for you. So, Cass wins with Sweet Chin Music. Sweet Chin Music was hit on the outside. That was good to see. I got to blow my nose, folks. I apologize. Okay, no more blowing my nose. On video, I just had to do that. I could barely breathe. I'm not going to open my mouth and breathe and look like a fucking retard. Anyways, Nothing against retards. I'm just saying I'm not going to do a video with my mouth open. So, up next was another cruiserweight match. Neville against Lince Dorado, I believe. The Masked Man. I believe his name's Lince Dorado. So Neville wins, and then that Rich Swann return. That was good to see Rich Swann, the champion, back. He returned, he attacks Neville. Good to see Rich Swann back. Can you handle Rich Swann, Neville? I think you can. I think Neville's going to become Cruiserweight Champion at Royal Rumble. Or maybe right after the Rumble. They'll keep feuding into the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber, I believe, is in February. Or I think Fastlane. I know Fastlane is in March because it's in my hometown. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to Fastlane yet. I may or I may not. So, yeah, Neville wins. Decent cruiserweight match. Not very long, but it was good to see Rich Swann return. Love that guy, Rich Swann. Very good. So, next we had backstage Stephanie McMahon again on a tear. The entire night she was heel Stephanie McMahon running wild backstage. Stephanie is backstage with Bayley and Sasha. Enter her dressing room, her office, whatever you want to call it, and Stephanie's pissed, saying, Sasha, your shirt might say legit boss, but back the hell up. Basically, get out of my face. And Sasha looked pissed. Sasha got up in her face, and Bayley had to hold her back. So Bayley and Sasha are asking Stephanie they want a match next week against Charlotte and Nia Jax. Stephanie says no. Tonight, that match will happen tonight. Next, we had Sheamus, one half of the tag champs, Sheamus, taking on Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows against Sheamus with Carl Anderson on commentary. Then Cesaro would come out and also be on commentary. So we had 5 guys to listen to on commentary. That was ridiculous. But whatever. Cesaro was good on commentary. I believe he started speaking another language. I think it might have been Japanese. I'm not sure what he was speaking. But Cesaro knows 5 other languages. The guy's damn smart. So Sheamus wins with the bro kick. Sheamus wins with the bro kick. He actually got a pop when he won. That's surprising because Sheamus used to be really hated. Until he got with Cesaro, he was pretty damn hated. He's still kind of hated. But he did get a pop for hitting the bro kick and getting the win. And then after it, Carl Anderson throws a bottle. It was probably plastic. Threw a bottle at Cesaro. And they started going at it. So my guess is Anderson and Gallows will challenge for the tag titles at the Royal Rumble. It'll probably be on the kickoff. I hope it's not, but it'll probably be pushed to the kickoff. So, up next, we had The Undertaker. Was he going to make his return? Nobody knew. Was Taker going to show up? Mick Foley was promising he would come, that Undertaker would come and be there. But nobody was really sure. Nobody really knew. I thought there was a chance that Undertaker might not appear. And then Stephanie would be really pissed and probably fire Mick Foley. So Stephanie said if Undertaker doesn't appear to Mick Foley, she said, this is going to go on your report and you better deliver, or else basically he probably would have been fired on Raw. So Mick Foley comes out first, is waiting for The Undertaker. No Undertaker shows up. Stephanie McMahon shows up, comes to the ring. I don't know why she had to come to the ring, but she did, because that's her character. She's an egomaniac. She's a commissioner. I guess she had a right to come to the ring. So then Stephanie is telling Mick Foley, where is Undertaker? He's not here. Where is he? Stuff like that. And then off go the lights. The bell, the dawn goes off. The Undertaker appears. Gets a huge pop from New Orleans. Yes, where his streak was ended in 2014, 3 years ago at WrestleMania 30. And Undertaker started cutting a promo. Fans love seeing the guy. As I said, and I'll keep saying, he's the godfather of the WWE. He's respected by everybody backstage, and that's why he's the godfather of the WWE. So the fans are chanting very loudly, very passionately, Undertaker, Undertaker. And then he goes, I'm back. And then he says to Mick Foley, he says to the cameras, tells everybody, I'm entering myself into the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to dig. There are going to be 29 holes dug. Something about, or I'm going to dig 29 holes, and then I'm going to take 29 souls. Something like that, he said, about the Rumble. And then he says to Mick Foley and Stephanie, I will do what I want to do. I'll show up whenever I want to show up, wherever I want to show up. Then he goes up to Stephanie right in her face and says, nobody will ever, or something like, nobody will ever tell me what to do. And they never will. So then, it was great to see The Undertaker back. He announced, I knew he would. He announced he's going to be in the Rumble. In my opinion, Undertaker has to win the Royal Rumble. The guy should win, and then he should win the title at WrestleMania. Have a short run as champion and maybe drop it at SummerSlam. Or I don't know, maybe he should win the title at WrestleMania and then retire. That would be the perfect way to go out. Retire at WrestleMania, have a retirement ceremony on Raw the next night. And have all the entire roster pay their respect to what The Undertaker has done. And then he could retire as champion. That's what they should do, but who knows if they will. I would have Undertaker win the title at WrestleMania and then retire as champion. Because I don't see Undertaker wrestling at WrestleMania 34. I don't see that happening. It could, but I don't see it happening right now. I don't believe it would. So, Undertaker actually brought the streak, and how in this city in New Orleans, this is where the streak was broken and ended. He actually brought that up. I was pretty surprised to hear that. So, that was that. Undertaker returned. Undertaker returning. It was good to see him. He cut a good promo. He had a lot of good things to say. His appearance was 100 times better than Shawn Michaels' appearance, in my opinion. But that's only because Undertaker is still active in the ring. Shawn Michaels isn't active anymore in the ring. So up next, after Undertaker appeared, we had Bayley and the Boss, the Bayley and Boss connection, the Hugger and Boss connection, whatever you want to call it. Sasha and Bayley teamed up. It was great to see them team up. I'm a fan of both of them. As I said, Sasha is my number one favorite, so I'm more of a fan of Sasha, but I also love Bayley. I don't know how anybody could dislike Bayley. If you're a fan and you dislike her character, I guess that's okay, but if you hate her, you're evil. You're an evil motherfucking bastard if you hate Bayley. I'm talking about if you hate her as a person, or if you hate her character, you're insane, and you should go to the mental hospital and check yourself in. So, Bayley and Sasha against Charlotte, and the Queen, the champion, not the champion, Nia Jax. Nia Jax and the Queen, the women's champion, Charlotte. Decent tag match. Nia and Charlotte win. I expected that. It was the right call. It was the right finish. Charlotte grabs the titles, holding it in front of Bayley's face, saying you're never going to have this, and stuff like that. That was good build-up to their match at Royal Rumble for the Women's Championship. Up next, we had backstage Noam Dar. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time mentioning this, but backstage we had Noam Dar and Alicia Fox in their drama again. He asked for a kiss. I believe he got a kiss. He might have got a slap. I think he got a kiss, though. I don't really remember. I think he got a long kiss. Or a violent-looking kiss by Alicia Fox. And then Noam Dar looked pretty shocked. And then he smiled. And that segment was over. Now we had the New Day come out. still got a huge pop from New Orleans. New Day are still baby faces, still getting huge pops. So New Day comes out on the mic, talks for a little bit, then Titus O'Neil has to come out, and they go back and forth, cutting a promo. And then very stupidly, they talked about what Titus did in 2010, and I don't know, they thought it was so funny, they had to show him falling down on NXT in 2010. He was carrying a keg, and he fell over, who cares? It wasn't even that funny. It was funny at the time, 6 years ago, but that was it. It was funny 6 years ago. It's not funny anymore. And big deal that he tripped and fell over. The guy is probably he just tripped over his feet. It could have happened to anybody. Carrying a fucking heavy-ass keg. You try to carry a keg and start running, you'll probably trip and fall also. And then the stupid production behind it. They had stupid cartoon music playing of him falling. They kept rewinding it, showing him falling, playing cartoon music out of the Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny. Stupid cartoon music. That was lame. That was stupid as hell. And I'm sure they did that cartoon music behind them falling because stupid-ass Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon probably thought it was funny. That is not funny. Again, it's funny 6 years ago. It's not funny with cartoon music behind it. Doesn't make it any more funny. Just makes it lame as fuck and PG as fuck. It was stupid. It was a stupid thing to do that. Put in that cartoon music. It was stupid as hell, in my opinion. And it was not funny. Again, it's funny 6 years ago, and that's it. I'm done talking about it. So then we had Kofi against Titus O'Neil. Decent match. It was very short. It felt like a Superstars main event. Crowd was totally dead. Crowd was absolutely dead. Dead silence from New Orleans, and I don't blame them. So, I don't remember who won. I don't care who won either. I like New Day, and Titus is a good guy, but I don't care who won. Now to the main event, 2-on-1 handicap match, the rematch for the U.S. title. The second title defense by Roman, again, on Raw. I believe he defended the title twice before on a Raw, and he did it again tonight. But finally, they didn't have Super Roman retain. Finally, they learned from their mistakes and what they kept doing before. You can't have Roman keep winning over and over and over. You can't have him keep beating heels. You can't have him, especially, keep winning in handicap matches. That doesn't make any sense. And that is ludicrous anyway, if he would have won in another handicap match tonight. So Reigns against Jericho and Kevin Owens for the U.S. title. It was a decent main event. Kevin Owens powerbombed Reigns on the apron. That looked like it hurt, and I enjoyed that. And Kevin Owens, because of that powerbomb in the ring apron, Jericho ends up getting the pin on Roman Reigns. Chris Jericho, yes, it happened. It actually happened. Chris Jericho is the new U.S. champion. He's never held the U.S. title in his legendary career. The guy's been wrestling 26 years, and Jericho's never been U.S. champion. Now he is. He's WWE U.S. champion. That gets 2 thumbs up. That is awesome. I really was surprised that Jericho won the title. I didn't expect it to happen. First off, I'm tired. When the main event happened, I was really tired, and I'm sick, by the way, still. So I was tired, and I feel sick. Not to my stomach, but I'm sick. So, I was tired, and I'm sick, and I was pretty damn sure that Reigns was going to retain, because he always retains week after week. The guy's built like Super Roman. That's how they're building his ass. But I was very happy, very surprised to see Chris Jericho win the U.S. title. That was fucking great. That was a great way to end Raw. I was going to grade this Raw and give it a C. It did feel very long to me, but maybe that's because I'm sick. It felt like a very long show. It dragged on and on. But I was going to give it a C before Jericho won the U.S. title. So I give Raw New Orleans, I'll give it a B-. It gets a B- because of Jericho winning the U.S. title, Taker's appearance, and it was good to see Shawn Michaels also. And I enjoyed seeing Sasha and Bayley team up. So those were the highlights, in my opinion, of Raw. It's always a highlight when you see Lana. My God, she looked gorgeous. So, Raw gets a B-. Raw New Orleans is in the books. This review is in the books. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. Every single Monday night I am there for the entire show live tweeting Raw. Also follow me at NXT WWE Guy. Also subscribe, like, share, comment on my videos. Hope you enjoyed this Raw New Orleans review. Watch my other Raw 2017 first review of the year. Watch that in my Raw 2017 playlist. Bye for now, everybody.